What's up, everyone? It's Mr. Roy, and welcome back to All Round Review. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to every single one of us seeing this video for the first time. This is my first video of the year, and I genuinely want to say thank you. Thank you for watching my videos, thank you for sharing, thank you for commenting, thank you for liking my videos, and thank you for sticking with this channel over the years. Without your support, All Round Review wouldn't be active today, and I don't want to take that for granted at all. This year, expect better stuff, better breakdowns, and more quality content coming your way. Now, let's get into today's topic. Let's be honest for a second. Um, you know, every single one of us has felt that mini heart attack that when your phone suddenly drops to 1%, or that slight guilt when you wake up and you realize that your phone has been plugged in all night. That's battery anxiety. Battery anxiety is very real, and in 2026 already here, charging technology has become faster, smarter, and even somehow become more confusing at the same time. People keep asking questions like, am I destroying my battery by using a 120 watts fast charger? Is wireless charging slowly frying my phone? Those kind of questions. And I do really need to follow that famous 80%, or maybe do I need to follow that 80% rule, or is it just unnecessary stress? So for this video, I spent time digging through the real world tests and long-term experiments and up-to-date battery data just to answer one simple question: how do you actually use and charge your phone properly in 2026 without killing the battery? No myths, no panics, just the real science-backed truth. So, let's get started. Let's start with the biggest fear everybody has: fast charging. So, manufacturers are pushing some crazy numbers right now. Phones that can go up from zero to full under 10 minutes. Naturally speaking, common sense has to tell you that something this fast is damaging the battery, right? It just feels absolutely wrong. But here's the reality: the data says otherwise. Long term tests, including researches from trusted tech reviewers and experiments through hundreds of full charge cycles, shows that the difference between fast charging and slow charging is extremely small. We are talking about roughly half a percent difference in battery health after 2 years of use. The real enemy right here isn't speed, is heat. Think of your battery like a sponge. When it's almost empty, it absorbs power very easily. That's why your phone charges insanely fast, from 0 to about 50%. But as the battery fills up, pushing more energy into it, it becomes harder. And that resistance is what generates heat. Modern smartphones in 2026 are intelligent. They constantly communicate with the charger and automatically slow things down if the temperature of the phone increases. So, unless the phone becomes uncomfortably hot in your hand, fast charging is not something you should be scared of in 2026. And also remember that using the charger that comes in the box is perfectly fine. Now let's talk about that famous 20 to 80% battery rule. You have heard it everywhere. Keep your battery between 20 to 80% all the time. And chemically speaking, that advice is correct. Lithium ion batteries are under the most stress when they are completely full or completely empty. Think of it like stretching a rubber band too tight at 100% or letting it dry out at 0%. When phones charged to 100% are compared to phones capped at 80%, the 80% group does retain slightly more battery health over time. But the difference isn't dramatic the way people always say it. It's a few percent points saved over several years. That's why new phones are charged and stored between 20 to 80%. They are never fully charged. So here's my real advice for you in 2026. Automate it. Don't waste your time staring at your phone waiting to unplug it at exactly 80%. Let the software handle that stress for you. On iPhone, features like optimized battery charging or the 80% limit already exist. On Android devices, you would find options like battery protection, adaptive charging, or maximum protection depending on the brand. And when you actually need a full charge for a long day, a trip, or heavy usage, charge that phone to 100%. Nobody cares, as long as you save yourself from keeping 2% or running out of battery juice at the end of the day. Alright, so if fast charging isn't the villain, what actually destroys our batteries? The first killer is heat. This cannot be overstated. So charging your phone under your pillow is extremely bad. Leaving it on the car dashboard under the sun is still bad. That's even the worst. Studies have shown that battery degradation accelerates massively once temperature go above 40 degrees Celsius. If you are gaming while charging and the phone feels hot, remove the case and let it cool down. The second killer is deep discharge. Running your phone all the way down to 0% and letting it shut down is chemically stressful for the phone. Now, phones that frequently hit 0% wear out much faster than phones that are topped up regularly. Once you hit around 20%, plug it in. There is no reward for pushing it down to zero. All right, so let me talk about some of the myths you need to know. The first one is using your phone while charging damages it. This one is actually false. Your phone is designed to handle power coming in and power going out at the same time. Light usage like texting, browsing, or scrolling social media is perfectly fine. The only real risk here is heat. If you are gaming heavily or rendering 4K video while charging and the phone gets hot, you see that heat, not the usage itself. This is what hurts the phone. And one thing is certain, modern phones right now have bypass charging features that powers the phone directly instead of charging it during heavy usage. So the second one is wireless charging is bad for your battery. This one is absolutely false. Wireless charging does create, slightly more heat than wired charging, but long-term test shows that the difference in battery degradation is minimal as long as the phone is, aligned properly and not overheating. It's convenient and is safe for everyday use. So the next one is leaving your phone plugged in overnight overcharges it. This is completely false. See, modern smartphones stop charging once they reach the 100% mark. They might, top up occasionally, but they are not being force fed by with power. The real issue right now is staying at 100% for many hours straight, which puts chemical stress on the battery. That's exactly why optimized charging feature exists and why you should turn them on. This is my 2026 battery survivor guide. If your goal is to keep your phone running smoothly all the way to 2028, here is the real takeaway. Try not to leave your phone at 100 or 0% if you can, but don't be obsessed over it. Enable software based charging limit and let your phone manage the details. Always remember that heat is your biggest enemy, so never charge in a trap or maybe hot environment. Frequent short charges are healthier than draining the battery completely. And finally, use good quality chargers and cables because cheap accessories deliver unstable power. It generates excess heat and quietly damage the batteries over time. At the end of the day, your phone is a tool. It's meant to work for you and not the other way around. It's not supposed to control your life. If you need fast charging to get through the night, use it because why not? And if you need a full charge for a long flight, go for it. Batteries will eventually degrade, but no matter what, it's just physics. But if you avoid extreme heat and deep 0% discharge, you'll be absolutely fine. Thanks for watching. My name is Mr. Roy. This has been all round review. If this video has helped you in one way or the other, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.